Greetings, I'm Karen, a 35-year-old woman who's been through a lot. I was reflecting on some significant moments in my life recently and remembered this incident. So, let me share it with you. Meet my husband, David. David and I share a deep love and understanding. We've supported each other through thick and thin, growing stronger together despite the challenges we've faced. I've never believed in a perfect marriage because, let's be real, there's always something that causes trouble. For me, that trouble was David's mother, Anna. Since the day I met her, I could sense that Anna didn't like me. In public, she acted nice, but when it was just the three of us, she said mean things that hurt. Anna's words felt like sharp knives, questioning my worth and making me feel small. She'd say my achievements weren't good enough and make hurtful comments about my looks. Dealing with Anna was draining. Her insults made me doubt myself and my place in David's life. To protect myself, I had to find ways to cope. I reminded myself that Anna's hurtful words were more about her issues and insecurities than anything I did wrong. I tried staying calm around her, focusing on the love between David and me, and cherishing the happy moments. But despite my efforts, I couldn't shake off the growing insecurities within me. I reached a point where I can't stand Anna anymore. She keeps saying hurtful things, and I've tried to talk to David about it, but he won't listen. I'm struggling, and all I ask is for him to hear me out. However, he dismisses my concerns, insisting that his mom would never hurt me and that I'm overreacting. It's tough, and I just need him to listen. This has been going on for some time. She keeps saying hurtful things that make me feel really bad. It's messing with my mind, and I've been different lately. I always thought my mom was nice and caring. It's tough to think you're talking about her like this. Please stop making things up and starting unnecessary problems. I'm not trying to cause trouble. I'm just sharing my feelings. Please acknowledge how I feel. Can you be supportive this time? I'm really surprised by how my mom is acting. It's possible you might not see it the same way or think I'm taking it too seriously. But I can't deny the hurtful things she says and does. I'm not trying to make you pick sides, but I need your belief and assistance in dealing with this. I love you, and I trust you'll stand by me, but it's crucial for you to grasp where I'm coming from. Moving to a distant place didn't really fix things with Anna. I couldn't escape seeing her because there were always occasions that forced us to meet. I hoped David would understand the reality, but I needed to find the perfect moment and way to talk to him. No amount of tears or complaints made him believe me. He cared a lot about his mom, so he couldn't imagine she would bother me. One day, out of nowhere, Anna phoned David, explaining her house was getting fixed, and she needed somewhere to stay. David invited her to stay with us without checking with me first. He understood that his mom caused me stress, even if he didn't agree with me. He should have talked to me before deciding that. It hurts to think he did it without telling me. Why did you give our place to Anna without talking to me first? Shouldn't I have a say in what happens in our home? I didn't think I needed to ask you. She's my mom, and I couldn't let her be without a home because of your problems. It's not a fight. She treats me poorly and says mean things. Now she's moving in without asking me, and it feels like you care more about her than my feelings. I know family matters, but it's also important to consider my feelings. I can't act like everything is fine when I'm treated poorly. Can we please avoid arguing about this for now? I apologize for not consulting you, but I would have let my mom stay regardless. Please, handle it for me. Talking to David only made me more upset. How could he not see the obvious? I wanted to express my frustration, but it seemed pointless. He had already made his decision. I had to accept it. When Anna came over, she behaved pleasantly around David, but once he left, her true intentions surfaced. She gave me a sly, mean look, claiming she would make my life difficult and get rid of me because she was tired of having me around. I felt a jumble of emotions, mad, frightened, and upset. It was tough to grasp that someone from my own family could treat me this way. Why would she say such mean things without a second thought? I realized I needed to look out for myself because Anna had no intention of going away anytime soon. Every opportunity she got, she would pick on me. The idea of dealing with her bullying for who knows how much longer felt like too much to handle. I figured I had to reveal Anna's real self to David, but I had to be cautious. If I did it too quickly, he might assume I was trying to harm his bond with his mom or purposefully making her homeless. So, for the next 4 weeks, I put up with Anna's ongoing mean behavior. She skillfully aimed at my vulnerabilities, making me feel insignificant. Her hurtful words and demeaning remarks were like sharp knives to my confidence. She made fun of how I looked, didn't like the way I dressed, and didn't approve of anything I did, whether it was my job, hobbies, or the meals I cooked. Anna found sneaky ways to bother me, like messing up important stuff I was working on, spilling coffee on my papers, or creating a mess in the kitchen just before guests showed up. Occasionally, she even messed up the food I worked hard to prepare, standing there and laughing while I had to clean up and deal with the aftermath. She used to mock the stuff I liked. If I shared a favorite book, she'd say it's a waste. Talking about painting, she'd point out flaws, making me question my abilities. It felt like she enjoyed draining the joy from my hobbies, making me doubt my worth. Anna didn't hold back on hurtful remarks about my looks, especially my weight. She took pleasure in making me feel insecure about my body, even laughing at my clothes. When she criticized my clothes, calling them outdated or unflattering, it seemed like she was trying to shame me and crush my confidence. Her bullying went beyond just words. She spread rumors and gossip about me to those I invited over, attempting to isolate me and create problems in my relationships. It felt like she wanted to control everything and revel in my suffering, always wearing a smirk on her face. Dealing with Anna was challenging, as standing up to her meant risking her anger and potential strain on my relationships. I was emotionally drained, reaching my breaking point. After enduring her cruelty for 3 weeks, I decided it was time to take action. I strategically refrained from complaining about Anna to anyone, including David, for over 2 months, ensuring my plan could be executed without backlash. Recording Anna secretly for 1 month, my emotions were tumultuous. Experiencing her constant bullying was tough, but I remained resilient, driven by the desire to expose her true colors. The thought of finally revealing her actions kept me going, even during the toughest moments. Each hurtful word and mocking laugh weighed heavily on me, but I reminded myself that this torment wouldn't last forever. I took each insult in stride, knowing that the evidence I gathered would soon free me from her cruelty. One day, I gathered my courage to talk to David about something important. I proposed we enjoy a movie together to unwind, as it had been a while since we hung out. David happily agreed. As we got comfortable, I played a video that showed Anna's hurtful actions towards me. David looked confused and shocked, asking for an explanation. Finally, I had his attention, and this was my chance to clear things up. See what I've been trying to share with you for so long? I haven't been lying or making things up. I've been dealing with her troublesome behavior for the past 5 months while you were blissfully unaware. It was already tough when she wasn't living with us, but when you allowed her to move in, I strongly considered leaving. I was oblivious, thinking you were fabricating the situation. Why would I even make up such stories? What benefit would I gain from inventing nonsense? I regret not believing you or paying attention to what you were saying. Perhaps I just didn't want to accept that my mother could be so unkind. I apologize for not trusting you and overlooking your emotions. I now realize your mother's actions are truly monstrous, and I hate to deliver this news, but it's the reality. You've witnessed the proof. Can you see how much pain I've been going through? I regret not supporting you when you needed it. I should have listened to your side and verified if your words were true. I apologize sincerely, my love. I appreciate you trusting me in the end. It means a great deal to me. To deny your truth after witnessing how my mother treated you would be foolish. I want to make amends. Please tell me how I can do that. I'm willing to do anything, and I promise to get Anna out of our home. I really don't like living with her anymore. I agree with you, but I don't want her to be without a home. Her house is still getting fixed up, and we're not sure when it'll be done. Can we find a middle ground? I'd like you to find out the name of the company doing the renovations at Anna's place. Sure, but why do you want that info? I'm not sure, but something doesn't seem right. My instincts tell me Anna might not be truthful about it. Why would she lie? Didn't you notice how gleeful she seemed, enjoying my discomfort? You're correct. I'll find out the details for you. I apologize for my actions. Please forgive me. It's all right. I'll need some time to move past what Anna said and did. We're good. The following morning, over breakfast, I casually talked to Anna and learned the name of the renovation company. Taking matters into my own hands, I reached out to the company and found out the renovation was completed 1 week ago. Anna had a place to live, but she decided to stay with us. I got really mad when I discovered she wasn't honest. I shared the news with David, and he was also upset. He said he would have a chat with her at dinner. While we were eating, I nervously waited for David to bring up Anna's lies. When we were done with the meal, David offered to handle the dishes, giving Anna and me some privacy. As she started saying hurtful things, I couldn't take it anymore. I can't handle the way you're treating me anymore. I've had enough. I won't accept your behavior any longer. I need you to leave my home and I don't want to see you again. This is my son's place and you can't force me out. Let me be clear. Both David and I own this house. I have the same say as David in deciding who stays here. I don't care about that. Don't talk to me like that. If you don't leave, I'll ask David to make you go, and you'll understand the consequences. What's happening? Why are you shouting? Karen raised her voice at me over a tiny error, and now she wants me to go away. David, she instructed me to leave you guys alone. Can you imagine that? She's so unkind. Come on, Anna. Everyone knows you've got a home waiting for you. Your renovation's finished a long time ago. You're only here to make my life difficult because you find joy in it. She's not telling the truth. You know I'd never do something like that. I don't have a mean bone in my body. David, we can't let this go on. I'm sorry, but David, you need to decide. I can't keep living with someone as unkind as her. So it's either me or her. David looked really uneasy. He didn't like being in this situation, but now was the time for him to show me where his loyalties are. If he picked Anna, I'd leave the house and never come back to him. I didn't like seeing him so uneasy, but it was important for both of us. David pondered carefully about how to politely address his mother's bullying towards me. Unfortunately, Anna didn't let him explain. Should I tell Karen to leave? No, Mom. You misunderstand. It's not Karen who should go. It's you. What do you mean? Why are you picking her over your own mother? I've been putting in a lot of effort to be kind and understanding, but it's hard when all I get are untruths. You said you didn't have a place to live and that Karen was treating you badly, but I never want to treat you like that. Karen tends to exaggerate and make things up sometimes. You know how she can be. Let's stop talking about my wife that way. I've seen and heard things that make it clear you've been saying things that aren't true. Karen has been through a lot, and I can't let you keep mistreating her or disrespecting our relationship. I need you to go away by tomorrow morning, and please no excuses. This isn't how we should treat each other. I can't let your negativity and lies keep bothering us. Even after you left, you kept trying to reach us. David and I agreed it's better to block you everywhere. Thinking about it now, I feel happier and more resilient. David and I have grown closer as a couple, and our marriage is doing well without your negativity. If you're going through a tough time, remember that you deserve love and respect. Don't let anyone make you feel unsure about how awesome you are. Connect with people who care about you. It's never too late to stand up for yourself and take control. Make sure love and trust are the heart of your relationships. My partner David and I have a solid foundation of trust and support, and we're looking forward to what lies ahead. We believe we can tackle anything as a team.